There are many strong characters in One Piece like Akainu, Kuzan, Mihawk, Luffy, but who is the strongest among all of them? Hey guys, it's me Ryuma, and today I will be sharing my list of the top 10 strongest characters alive in One Piece. I'm not going to be including Old Rayleigh specifically in this video since his scaling is pretty controversial among One Piece fans. Now without any delay, let's begin with the list. Now at number 10 I'm going with Admiral Kizaru. Now Kizaru has some showings in Sabaody and Marineford which are pretty impressive, like being able to stalemate with Old Rayleigh when presumably both were holding back. But if we highball Kizaru, then he's easily above characters like Shanks, because Old Rayleigh scales to Shanks with his Conqueror's haki, but I am trying to be realistic here, so for now I am placing him at number 10, however this can change depending on how good he performs against Luffy and Egghead. Number 9 is Luffy. Now many people tend to overrate him just because he defeated the quote-unquote world's strongest creature, who has already been defeated multitude of times, but that's a discussion for another video. Luffy arguably has the most broken fruit in the whole series, alongside having all three types of haki and their advanced forms. He's said to be able to grow stronger just by laughing, and that's about it for Luffy. Now moving on to number 8, we have the rat-haired snitch Shanks. Now there are many arguments saying that Shanks have defeated Kaido before Marineford, but it's only one of the reasons why I placed him here. He also has all three forms of haki, 2 of them advanced forms. His observation killer ability is really the most broken shit in the whole series. Now I am planning to make a proper Shanks scale, so let's move on to number 7, which is Mihawk. Now Mihawk has some serious fraud allegations of him painting his sword, but that doesn't make him weak by any means. Now we do know that he is weaker than stabilized Whitebeard, but I mean this guy was the world's strongest pirate. What did people expect? Now Mihawk has 2 types of haki and has future sight. His biggest feat is stalemating with Vista. Now going to number 6 we have Old Sengoku. Undoubtedly the most underrated character in the whole series. People will have Garp as top 5, but will refuse to accept that Sengoku was a rival to him. Now as Old Age's characters get weaker, and so is the case with Sengoku, but we know one thing, that he's stronger than the pre-time skip admirals, which also means that he's stronger than Old Whitebeard, the strongest pirate. This simply puts him above Mihawk and Shanks. He also has all 3 types of haki. Now at number 5 we have Old Garp. Not really much to say here since it's same shit I said for Sengoku, but Garp is just slightly stronger. He has all 3 types of haki and advanced Conqueror's haki. He's been stated to be able to pulverize any pirate in the New World. He also showed great feats against Kuzan, like speed blisting him and being able to match him. Talking about Kuzan, he's at number 4. Kuzan has 2 types of haki and both of them's advanced forms. He probably has an awakening too, but that's rather just my speculation. Now his performance against Garp was impressive to say the least. He was able to tank multitude of attacks from him, as well as keep up with him. Not to mention his fight with Akainu, which lasted 10 days, showing crazy endurance and stamina. One of the most underrated characters. Moving on to our top 3, we have Blackbeard aka Marshall D. Teach. Now this guy, while barely getting a hang of the Tremor fruit, was able to fight equally with Old Sengoku. Like, isn't that wild how he got from slamming Ace to matching Old Sengoku? Many highlight how he performed poorly against Law and Old Whitebeard, but these same people tend to forget that Blackbeard has a very reckless fighting style, and at the end of the day, off-screen haki solos most of the verse. Despite all of this, he's stated to be the strongest in the verse currently, but multiple sources. Now number 2 is the Fleet Admiral Sakazuki. The only reason I am placing Sakazuki above Blackbeard is due to him possessing superior haki for now. He has 2 forms of advanced hakis and probably has an awakening too. His Devil Fruit boasts the highest offensive power among Devil Fruits in the whole series. Now that he's the Fleet Admiral, he reigns supreme over the whole Navy, but if Akainu isn't the strongest, then who is? Well, sure enough, I believe that the strongest character at this moment is Monkey D. Dragon. The worst criminal in the world is nothing to laugh at. This man alone is feared by the whole ass-world government more than any pirate. Not to mention this is the only character in the series currently who is compared to Whitebeard, and since he's said to be more of a threat to the Navy, then Whitebeard, the same guy who is stated to being able to destroy the world. People really think the world government fears some god-dang protests more than the end of the world, and he's the only character to have been able to stalemate with off-screen Blackbeard at Baltigo. Emerald haki is officially stronger than Rat haki. So yes, this is my list of the strongest characters. Let me know what you guys disagree on. I will see you guys in my next video.
Yeah, so I was telling Bob, hey, My phone!